And let me set up Conway like this. There we go. And just a quick reminder so you guys can see some more of this sexiness real quick, man. You guys are going to have your opportunity real soon to get your own IPG esports jersey. I also have a pretty nice reveal that I'm going to make. I think we're waiting for Mivics to hop back in just a second, and I will swap that out as we get there. But first, I'll let Cherry give his match predictions, and then I think I'll roll something out.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be an interesting battle. We saw the Dr. Mario switch, and it really didn't look too well. Like, I have hope for Dr. Mario, man. Like, I low key, I'm a Dr. Mario supporter, but I don't think it's the play. I think for Conway, it's good. It's like something similar to Mario. Like, you have to play really well. You have to like when you get an interaction like on stage, it's not like gonna lead into like a gimp or something. You really have to just get as much damage as you can, whether that's through grab pummels, whether that's through fair and nair and tech reads. Like, you have to do so much with Jigglypuff, and I think that's like kind of thing. You gotta stay on top of Mivics, and you can't really give him space. You have to stay on him without like, you can't really give him those like grabs and those damages, because as soon as he gets you into that point where you're down throw up air percent, or like you're gonna get hit by a tornado, like that's just GG's. You're gonna be hitting with so much damage, and
yeah,
it's not fun. Doesn't like it looks entertaining, but doesn't look fun in terms of playing against, I'm sure. But definitely gonna be an a very insane grand finals. Both these players really play well, and Mivics is just one of those new forces to be reckoned with, as like really nobody's gotten too close to contesting him. We've seen like instances of it, but nothing like back and forth yet, which I think I hope to think that it can change soon. Maybe even tonight?
No, I think that's part of what we're going to, probably experience and realize all at the same one time. And as we're waiting for these guys to go ahead and get set up, I will take this as an opportunity to let you guys know one of our newly sponsored players. You guys have had an opportunity to play with him in the past on some of these, and of course he's been missing in action here because they've been able to go out and do so much at locals again locally here in Chicago. And I just want to once again give a big shout out to Zemir, who plays fourth tonight at a local. Got a chance to head up to oh shoot, I forgot the name of the place just that quickly. Not scripts. But actually went up and placed in fourth place. Of course, coming out with the IPG, the baseball summertime jersey, but also has one of the brand new jerseys as well, man. Shouts out to Zemir. Congratulations on the victory on the fourth place placing tonight.
That's pretty sick.
No, it was pretty nice, man. Conway Pro saying the sexiness. Yes, Conway, man. I appreciate that, man. All right, so it looks like, yeah, I'm going Sora. Not quite.
Cap. Not yet, you are.
Not yet, you will not.
I mean, maybe he's got that early access,
I would love to see it. I'd love to see it.
Could you imagine if he just pulls that and it's just like all buggy because no one has the update?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
The game doesn't know what to do, but it knows
Nintendo strikes my stream for good.
You got a DM from Sakurai. He's like, "What are you doing? Like, what's going on here?" That was so interesting. Right off the bat, we're seeing some weird shenanigans there. Isabel here for Conway. We saw the projectile, which was the command grab. The fishing pole actually got reflected by me Sword Fighter's reflector, because while it is a command grab, it is also a projectile, as the way that like those tether grab kind of things work, those tether grab specials, which is such a weird thing to see, but what a smart way to counterpick it right off the bat. But both these players getting damage right off the bat, and keep in mind Isabel does have the tornado still in hand, but may not be able to use it here. I honestly think it would be more useful to have the chakram, just because of like what it does. But what that would have been some nice use of the turnips there as well. This is definitely going to be one of those interesting characters that does get the chakram this time. Let's see what he can do with it. Throws it and literally negates any sort of combo potential Mivics could have gotten. This is going to be an interesting use of this character for Isabelle. I normally talk her down so much, and finally she's getting a chance to shine. It's definitely gonna be like a very slow-paced match, though. You're gonna be seeing like some really good patience come out from Conway, because he's gotta be sucking up those projectiles. It's gonna negate so much of that pressure that he's been really suffering against with Jigglypuff. But in the same way, we're gonna be seeing like any time that Mivics has to get on top of Conway, just to keep up the damage. Like Conway is gonna be playing defensive. He's gonna be going for that spot dodge cancel into up tilt, into like up air or something like that, and really smart use of that. Summoning the Lloyd there as well. As well as having Mivics there. Trying to do it again here. And using the up B to go through the Lloyd there, breaking it. Really smart on his end too. Just because he knows that it'll break it, but he knows Conway, or he expects Conway not to know that that happens. But Conway was ready and just now took off that stock. Has a stock lead. And this isn't something we've been seeing very often against these two, is Conway with a lead, especially in game one like this. Mivics usually, because of the nature of his character, able to do some of this stuff. And now we're seeing Conway really doing well with this Isabelle. Didn't know he had one, and we've been seeing some new picks from him today. So it's interesting to see him trying out all these new characters. Isn't able to get the up B there. But Conway here, sitting healthy with 2 stocks here. Does the nair to get out of that situation. Let's see what he can do. Can't get it again. Mivics using the up B to get through that. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if in the future we start seeing Conway condition Mivics to start hitting this up B here. Or using his up B to hit the Lloyd, and then he'll like punish it by just dash backing F smash or something like that, or shielding it F smash. Because like we haven't seen that yet, or even like using fishing pole. But we've been seeing Conway place this quite a bit, and Mivics does the same way to kind of approach through it. All Conway needs though now is that that side B, or really any sort of grab. I think at this percent, puts down the Lloyd again. Down tilts it now. Really smart on Mivics to change up how he's doing it, but the down smash is going to kill at 150%.
Conway taking game number 1.
Nice work on his end. Mivics might need to change something up here. Like, this was just one of those really interesting matchup picks, and this is kind of like one of those things where it's like you play against a character who's in top tier, and they may have like one weird character that they lose to. That's maybe not so good. And on the low end, both these characters are definitely not top tiers. They're definitely both like lower mid tiers, low like higher low like tier characters. So you're gonna be seeing some very weird like matchup like counter picks. Cause like Isabelle is like not a character I would ever come in like to my head and be like, yeah, that's a character I'm gonna counter pick somebody with. But like, hey, if like that's a character that plays significantly well against like a character like me, Sword Fighter, just because of its pocket, because of the trapping, because of like the defensive play, that's a smart counter pick. Like, to know that too and be able to play that character is also really important, because even if you know that, it might still be hard for you to like transition to it, especially if you're like a character specialist, which Conway seems to be, but still showing he's skilled with these other characters as well, which is cool to see.
Very cool. Yep. No. So Conway going up 1-0 as the loser here. Has to reset the bracket and try and see if he can put Mivics, which has not happened yet, to try and put Mivics into losers. Mivics has not lost a set against anybody as long as he's been with us, and we're going to see how Conway tries to go about that. Let's hop into the action.
Yeah, man, and we're going to Smashville. I think he might be going for a bit more aggressive playstyle here. We did see him using the projectiles quite a bit, and we saw him try to throw out the chakram right away, and it got completely stuffed out by Isabelle. But I think what he wants here is he wants to be using more of the Fairs, chakram for ledge trapping, but more and more swords play. It just seems like in this one, Isabelle is just too defensive for me Sword Fighter to get through, and with the projectiles not working out, it's definitely a strategy that's going to have to get changed on his end. But I think what Conway's trying to do is, regardless of if the Isabelle continues to work out or not, I could see like Conway switching to Villager, or even just switching between the two like Animal Crossing characters or like other characters with reflectors, solely due to the fact that I just think that was really good. Solely due to the fact that that was so good.
That's a cool moment.
So many times, like stuff like this, like he's like, it's almost like it's like pop quizzes. Like he's like, do you know this thing about the matchup? I know this thing about the matchup. Do you know how to deal with this? Probably not. And he's just gonna keep testing Mivics and how quickly Mivics on the fly can adapt and like get used to these weird things. Because sometimes players may be so good, but there's sometimes where like they've seen something new and it's just impossible for it to stick. Like you'll play against them and it's just like they're like, what is this? Like how do I even deal with this? But that was a great grab through the void, using the throw right away to force the grab to not get knocked out, shielding the projectile there. Able to get through his Mivics, gets the does not get the up air. Nice air dodge. And you do have a chance to air dodge it at certain percents, but eventually, it does become not true. And even then, you can just anticipate the air dodge and wait, and then hit them with the up air, and it'll be even more space. But the spike, unable to kill yet, but the F smash will. Reaching through the up B, that was really smart on Conway's part to even know that. Wave bouncing the neutral B there as well, which keep in mind that neutral B, the pocket for Isabelle, while it is good as a projectile, like stuffer, I guess you'd call it, because it's not necessarily a reflector despite it having that kind of property, but besides the point, it also has invincibility frames. I believe 4 frames of it. So in very in a pinch moments, Conway can even use that as like a get out of jail free card to like suck up 4 frames of attack. So if there's a move that's quick enough to where it'll be done by the end of those 4 frames, it'll work out in his favor as like a invulnerability tool, which is a very interesting thing to think about. And if you can use it well, which I've seen Conway do it a couple times so far, so you know he's doing it, but this just looks rough. Like, what do you do as me Sword Fighter in this scenario? That might be it.
Wow, Conway.
Jeez.
Up to nothing.
This is the first time I think we've seen Conway or Mivics even like in like a rough scenario like this. Like it's like normal for other players, I feel like, to like see them in like maybe it's like ruts where it's like, oh, it's a really bad matchup, or it's just like, oh, they just have never seen this before. But with Mivics, it seems like he's seen everything, and he's very quick to adapt. And then for this, it just seems like this is just rough, man.
Yeah.
Like he hit him with Lloyd and then killed him with forward aerial, and it wasn't Lloyd's explosion that knocked him out. It was just the forward aerial that knocked him to the right, which I didn't even realize the first time seeing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't even see it that way till the replay came up.
What a good setup from Conway, man.
This will only work for one more game, Conway, in the Discord.
Yeah, he's already aware. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, this is definitely something that he's like, all right, like Mivics is really good, so I just need something. Oh no, Diddy Kong.
Here we go. All right, let's hop into the full game.
Yeah. So for some context, I mean, Diddy Kong has been getting buffed since the game came out, like here or there, but he's also got a couple nerfs. He had a couple infinites with the banana, and those are gone now. Don't worry about those. But already pocketing the banana. See you later. Diddy Kong is one of those rush down like characters that he can just get all up in your face, and already it looks like Mivics knows how to do that monkey flip tech, that movement tech that just gets him all over the place. And he's going to be getting over Conway's zoning and right in his face. And while Diddy Kong is known to traditionally not do well against zoners, I think that like the amount of like pressure he puts onto you and the amount of damage he can put on in a quick amount of time is going to be key to his plan here and why he switched off of New Sword Fighter. And this character also has been like very much on the come up in terms of like just popularity, just because people are starting to realize this character is really good. Like there's no way you can put a character with monkey flip and banana in a Smash game and it'll be bad. Like there's just no possible way. And people thought that at the beginning of this game because in Smash 4 Diddy was just so good, but this movement coming out from Mivics along with that up smash was just so good. Oh, these Nice F tilt there at ledge. And Conway did say, hey, this will only work for one more game, but I don't know. Mivics may be trying to stop that. Kind of make him eat those words. Mivics behind by 20% here. Let's see what he can do. Gets the banana, but the percent is still racking up. Conway may still, his theory may hold still with it working for one more game, but Mivics still seems to be trying to stop that. He's like, no, this is over. But spot dodging the monkey flip and jumping just in case the explosion from the bongo barrels. Nice drop down forward there too. Oh, that time getting hit
did
by
it blow? But and it blew up low.
Yeah, that was wild. But it unfortunately that time because of how and where he got hit by the barrels, it didn't actually kill. Like it didn't kill him because the barrels are what hit him, not the explosion. Which is kind of weird to think about because you think if the barrels hit him, they would explode and kill him. But they still have knocked the back even from just the barrels hitting him. Oh, has the banana back finally too, but falling to ledge and grabbing it there. And keep in mind, this is also the first lead we've seen for Mivics, but as I say that, he also is losing that stock.
Got snatched away pretty quickly.
Oh!
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, Diddy Kong's down air is egregious, but I don't know if it can do that multiple times. You gotta be so on point with that. Uh-oh.
Now, remind me, if Isabel pockets something, does that mean that we won't see a banana from Diddy Kong?
I'll answer your question with something that's probably not very helpful. It depends.
Yeah.
For Diddy Kong, yes, we probably won't see. We shouldn't see a banana just in the way that it works. But for some characters, pocketing that does not mean anything.
Okay.
However, that also depends. Like it's just so weird of a answer. Is that so? For characters like Pac-Man, you can pocket like the fruit, or the hydrant. But if you place even if you place the hydrant or don't, there will still be the ability for them to create another
Pac-Man to make another one.
So you get two, right? Or if he's holding the fruit out in his hand, Isabella's, or she is, Pac-Man can't make more fruit, but if she puts it back into her pocket, he can. And what he can't do, or what she can't do is survive, because she just lost her last stock. And Mivics saying, nah, this ain't gonna work for one more game. I honestly wonder, will we see the, this is the scary part now, is will we see the Conway switch to Jigglypuff, or will we see him just commit to it? Because Mivics, I'm sure at the same time is wondering, alright, will he do that, and do I switch off of Diddy Kong? But this honestly might just be like, this is like his trump card. Like, yeah, you've beaten my Mii Sword Fighter, but nah, now you have to deal with this. You gotta deal with Diddy Kong now, bro. Like, GG's. We'll see, man.
Looks like Conway saying that he's going to switch back to Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Yep,
all right.
There they are.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. I think that it's similar to like Mario in the sense like you can definitely give Diddy Kong, and he's much easier too. If you happen to see him like recovering and you hit him like once, the barrels are really easy to break. And if you do, Diddy has a long time before he can summon new barrels. It's not as bad as it used to be at the beginning of Ultimate. It used to be way worse. But with how fast Diddy can move, and now you can't pocket the banana, it's going to be a bit rougher. So Conway's going to have to really control the banana, make it go away, force Mivics to make a new one, control where it is, and then also still play really well as Jigglypuff, who now he's been iced off of a little bit for a couple games, but hey, he's looking good so far. Goes for the rollout. Honestly, like, if you're going to go for it, you got to go for it at least once, like a YOLO.
Yeah.
Able to force Diddy Kong to have to recover here. Nice, and that's what I mean, is like getting that one hit. Oh, the barrels are still out. You gotta be so careful. So keep in mind, Mivics, when the barrels are flying like that, that actually is him controlling it to an amount. I believe if you, I don't know which stick it is. I believe it's C stick. If you move it counterclockwise, that's the direction you can move the like barrels in. Is like any direction if you move the stick like counterclockwise.
Gotcha.
So you can make it like spin, or you can just like hold left and it'll just continue to go like left and stuff. It's really weird, but it can like actually kill the opponent beyond the like grave if you're still spawning, which is so weird to think about. But Conway here, doing really good. That's probably a dead Diddy Kong. Yep. This is looking good for Conway. Mivics definitely, I think, next set, if that is what's gonna happen next. Definitely switching back to Sword Fighter, I think. All right. Oh, goes for the nair, but monkey flip. Not able to connect. Gets him back to stage though. Ooh, Conway gets the down air. Gets the fair. Was he getting fair again? Nice forward air. Diddy Kong without it. Oh, that's it. That's gonna be the next set.
Wow, and Conway doing the unthinkable here, guys. Mivics taking their first loss in the IDM series overall. Let's catch the instant replay to that.
And Conway just, man, he played that so well. Like, he was just really on point with getting the edge guards, getting those initial hits here or there. And then right at the end here, he just kind of really suffocated Mivics, who was just trying to get anything. You saw him twice go for that up B with the barrels, and now here, not realizing he could probably just keep going for barrels, or maybe he was trying to go for up B again, but just because of, like, the positioning, may have accidentally did side B. He was trying to go for, like, an angled one, and then he was stuck underneath, but I hope we see the switch back to the Sword Fighter for Mivics, because, like, while Diddy Kong was strong, and it was dealing damage, it just seemed like the edge guarding from Conway was just too strong. But it's hard to say.
Yep, we're just double checking the score, doing the the Chicago Superfan. Yep, we're just double checking the score right now. You guys don't worry about it. Making sure we're up to snuff on all of the rules there.
He won trio. He won 3-1.
3-1 in that finals right there. You gotta know.
It's 3-1, not 1-3. Don't say it like that, you jerk.
Right, get your etiquette together.
My father, he once, right when he met my mom, my grandfather, my mom's dad, he would always like call my dad jerk because he'd always say the Cubs are winning, like 1-3 or something like that, and he'd be like, "No, Bob, you gotta say it 3-1. Get your etiquette together." And like it was good times, man.
Yeah. Your grandparents are they Polish, Irish, or anything like that?
Polish. Yep.
Yep. Can almost count on that here in Chicago.
Yep. Oh, interesting. Conway's asking if they can do a double blind.
Yeah, I mean we have, just so that you know, and I know Conway is watching, we have zero rule that dictates that you have to do that. So if Mivics is happy with just doing it for sport, I'm perfectly fine with it. But yeah, we have absolutely nothing in our rule set to dictate that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Mivics is just picking Sword Fighter.
Yeah, he's just gonna pick Sword Fighter, so you know.
Although I wonder if that's like the reason behind that is that he wants Mivics to pick Sword Fighter so that he can pick Isabelle or pick something like really weird, because like I know normally I'm sure like this would just be a Jigs Diddy like game, or maybe he doesn't want Mivics to be like, oh, because you won the last game, I have to stay.
I have to stay, yeah.
Yeah, which he probably does not want to. So that's actually really smart from Conway. Although at the same time, he probably could have just been like, "It's a new set, so I'm gonna like, I might switch characters." But I guess that's a slyer way of announcing that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're going PS2. So
Yep.
good luck, guys, in this
Oh no,
bracket reset. Uh oh, what did I not see?
the young Link, not the
Not the original sword fighter.
yeah. This isn't the pale copy. I was kidding, but interesting.
Okay, so some
yeah.
mistake happened here. All right.
Maybe stage or something. Oh yeah, they said PS2. Mivics picked
Mivics
PS2.
won right there, everybody.
Yes,
Congratulations.
let's
The race to kill yourself first. That's one of my favorite stages in Mario Kart, particularly for the rotating music that they have.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I actually almost like. I wish more like Mario Kart stages had like maybe 3 or 4 like music themes, because like I feel like having like more than that would be like annoying. But like if it like somewhat fit the aesthetic, or like even if it like in mirror like mode, it was like the song but backwards, or like something weird like that would be really funny.
Oh, something too weird would come out of a backwards Mario Kart song. That would be weird.
It would be so weird. But now Conway's saying all good. Now I get time to theory craft all 6 ways I'm gonna get bomb paired. Which, very fair. This is definitely gonna be one of those matchups where a lot of times the Toon Link or Young Link tries to try and condition you into jumping, and you'll get bomb paired, you'll get boomerang paired into bomb or something like that. It's just gonna be a lot of like kind of setups and shenanigans. And this is also one where I can say I'm pretty sure that all of the things that Young Link throws out, if Conway like pockets them, they still are able to like be thrown out again. I'm not so sure on like boomerang, but I know for a fact arrows doesn't matter, and then I know for a fact bomb doesn't matter, because even Young Link can throw out multiple bombs. Even like when that doesn't happen, he can just throw
nothing that can just pocket. Yeah.
So this isn't that helpful, but at the same time, he's still able to edge guard. And if this happens, keep in mind, this is a character Mivics does not play often. He was trying to get that tether recovery, and that really is going to play into Conway's favor here. And now this is going to be something we've also not seen really from Mivics. Is he's been playing new characters today, because this Isabelle really seems to counter Me Sword Fighter. Is that we're seeing like signs of like mistakes, and like we haven't really seen too much of that from Mivics. I'm just so used to seeing him so toned and polished with everything, and just on point with all of his combos and recoveries and everything. And so now it's interesting to see him play such a different character, because like, yeah, it's a sword character, and yeah, it's a zoner at the same time, but it's not one that he normally gets to play. Mivics here, rising up in the percent here. SDs again, man. And like, that's really coming back to bite him, because that's happened twice now. However, Conway at 60%, misses that grab, stuck at ledge, tries to get over the multi-jab, but Mivics just keeps holding it, knowing that Conway may get caught by even trying to jump. Nice. Nice dash attack from Conway again. Has Mivics in a really rough situation here. He has to take so much damage to get back. Alright, gets the grab. Forward throw. What's he going to do? Puts Lloyd at the edge. Able to roll through, but spaces the up smash wrong. That surely would have killed it had Conway hit it. Throws the boomerang back. Doesn't get anything off of it, though. Gets a fair.
Oh, and snatches up the bomb.
Smart. That's actually so smart, because Conway knew that he wanted to get the grab on Link, do the up throw, the back throw, or whatever. And Mivics knows that, throws out the bomb, because in that scenario, if Isabel if the projectile comes in contact with Isabel, it'll always pull it back. So Isabel can't even like hold the bomb there for it to explode or something. So that's really smart of Mivics to get back, really clutch in this scenario. And all Conway needs now is a Nair or a Fair. F-tilt also going to work. And that's going to be game 1. I know Conway, he did say this only would work for one more game. But we'll see. We'll see how many more times he'll pull out the Isabel. Or will we see Mivics decide to switch off of Young Link? Not that I think it did particularly poor, because I think the only thing that really struggled with him was just the SDing. He, even with literally losing his stock twice, he was able to keep up with the game. But Mivics is asking if Conway's staying the character. Conway's replying with yes. And it looks like we're going to small battlefield, so expect the Mii Sword Fighter, I'm thinking. Or maybe the Diddy Kong. Probably the Diddy.
Why do you think the Diddy Kong?
I just think small battlefield's a really good stage for Diddy. And last time we did see the Diddy, we saw small battlefield also get picked.
Gotcha.
That's my thought process. It'll be interesting now. Yep, there's the Diddy.
There's the Diddy Kong, of course.
I finally got one right.
You guessed it. I was going to say you guessed it right. Let's hop into the full game.
1 out of 100. Let's go.
It's funny enough, that game is on Stadia now, the Wonderful 100.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. More games the better. And as I say that, we're in the game number 2. Nice little F-tilts coming out from Mivics here, but getting carried up by that Void. He's got to keep the pressure on, because even with all of the damage, nice use of that banana. Banana shield is such a good thing too. And I think that's another thing. Oh, tries to go for nice tech.
Everybody going for all types of stuff.
Yeah. Diddy Kong has this really good edge guard scenario thing where he does banana Z drop at ledge, and after that you do down air. And for most characters, what happens is when they're trying to get to ledge with up B, the banana either clinks or stops where they are and puts them in hit stun for a spare second, and then Diddy Kong can use Dare to spike them, and then they go out. But I think because of Isabel's her balloons, they're going to make it a bit harder for that to actually work as intended. And now Isabel's able to make it back, and Mivics going for some more unconventional Diddy stuff. And I say, hey, if it works, keep doing it, because he does get the banana stuff. Look at that, gets the Fair. Conway looking a little rough around the edges right now. Really behind. Yeah, and there's a spike. Mivics looking really toned with his Diddy now. Really comfortable. But Conway finally catching the banana. Pockets it away. It's gone. Another Void comes out. But Mivics, 3 stocks to 1 right now. Looking really good. Finally losing that first stock. Conway needs to put something together here. However, until Isabel loses a stock, so pretty much the whole game, Isabel or Diddy will not have a banana.
Yeah.
And that's why that's half the reason this character is broken. And you're seeing this this platform hanging out. Mivics really using these platforms to just monkey flip his way left and right. And that's something too that's so good, because the mix up with that is that if he doesn't kick with monkey flip and you don't shield it, you're gonna get grabbed. If you shield it, you're gonna get grabbed. If you try to shield the kick, he might just not kick and then grab you. So it's you really have so many weird scenarios. Then if he cancels it on the ground too, ooh, he also may just banana you, but he doesn't have it, which is one less. But he's gonna go down there and dare you. So that's gonna be the end of that game. So 1-1 here. Mivics Diddy looking really gross against Conway's Isabel, but I think this might turn into a counter pick war now between these two. So we might see Jigs come back.
Yeah.
And yeah, Conway's we're locked. I just saw the future. He knows what I'm thinking. And he's like, he's gonna pick Diddy, and then I'm gonna pick Jigglypuff, and then he's gonna pick Sword Fighter, and then I'm gonna pick Isabelle, and then he's gonna pick Diddy.
Well, if you saw the future, you'll be able to see the past here on our YouTube channel at IPG_esports. We've got some really good matches going on tonight. And if you guys get a chance to, all of our archive matches will be happening right here at our YouTube channel. If you guys get a chance, do your boy a favor, throw us a subscription. We'd really appreciate it.
That was so smooth. Conway even commented, he was like, the sickest segue I've ever heard.
You know, I've had some practice. You know, these things, you wake up early in the morning, look in the mirror, and you work on these things. You know, you try to be ready for everything. Exactly.
Conway is like, let's go, and then he just says nothing. Mivics laughs, and he goes, Smashville. And like finally answers. And then he confirms, you're staying Diddy. Mivics confirms, yep.
Yep. Okay.
So, here comes the Jigglypuff. Although, imagine if we just saw like something wild, like, I don't know. I don't even know.
We didn't see anything wild.
Imagine.
Alright, let's get to it.
Alright, Smashville it is. This is the Conway station. All the way to that Smashville. Conville, if you will.
Conville, yeah.
Alright, nice little quick 50% here for Conway. Gets that nair. And that's the thing now, you gotta really worry about these monkey flips if you're Jigglypuff, because that shield pressure is a ton, and if he gets that grab, that's gonna be quick damage, but even better. Nice nair. Looks pretty even right now. Mivics is definitely looking, every second he stays Diddy Kong, he's just getting more and more like warmed up for it.
Yeah.
Because look at this, now he's got the lead back. Conway, really nice use of that rollout. And that was just, I don't know why Mivics didn't really like react to it, but I think it might have just been like, I don't know.
He probably was like, I dare you to go ahead and roll all the way back. I dare you.
Back, right? And then he just did. Mivics definitely spat out whatever he was drinking at that moment. Water just going for that up smash, but the one with the banana is Conway, so all he has to do is wait. But he isn't Isabelle, so he's gonna not pocket it. But he stocks to 1, man. And this is the weird character lock that I think Conway and me were alluding to, is that this is just rough. We're seeing this matchup just doesn't look pretty good. And in theory, I don't really know enough about these two matchups besides like what I'm seeing. And like I would like to think that Jigglypuff loses to this, but at the same time, it just looks so hard for Mivics to get anything going. He can't really get banana because most of the time Jigglypuff wants to be in the air anyways. And
it slept him to death.
That was so good, bro.
I'm definitely hitting the button that says clip that.
I think that's the one that like records the last 30 seconds to a minute of what you just saw, and it like posts it on your channel.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to go viral, you know, like that Chocolate Rain kid.
Literally. That was so good. Look at the little walk back at the end. That was hilarious.
Well, right now, we've got Conway up 2-1, and, you know, I'm actually really curious to see Curse Your Arrest reads. Yeah, Mivics joking with him in the Discord right now. And it looks like Conway is going to stick with Jigglypuff as promised. He knocks out, Conway on the other hand knocks out Cave, Yoshi's Story, and Battlefield from being selected here. Let's see what they end up going with.
Curse. Yeah, Conway really does get good rest reads. And it's like, I think that's part of like what kind of holds Jigglypuff back as a character is like, the character has like I think the conversions for rest, and it's like being able to risk it and go for them is one thing, but also like being able to get those reads. Like yeah, it's like when you get them, it's crazy, and you die so early. But at the same time, it's like if you ever miss one, like that's so punishing. Really, almost at any percent, because that's like a free fully charged F smash. That's like a free grab into some sort of confirm, and yep, we're seeing the PS2 and the sword fighter. So we're definitely locked.
Yep, let's see how this goes. We'll get back into the full game.
Now, what would be amazing is what Conway is looking really good. We have seen like highs and lows from him today. Like we've seen him go from like he is kind of now with these really good reads, really good play, really good edge guarding. But then we've seen like kind of like in certain parts of the losers bracket, he even had to switch to some other characters. He switched to Isabel. I mean, it's helping him out now, but like earlier he just was not looking so good with Jigglypuff, and we're seeing him too. Like he's definitely like warmed up. So it's just all a matter of Mivics playing out of his mind as normal and just really controlling the stage now with Sword Fighter. Can he force this to a game 5? Because now that's the question is, at this point, if you're Conway, do you just take the L and then like go to Isabel, you know, for the last one? Or like, I don't know. Like that's where my head's already at. You're like, you lost the stock so early, and you know in the past this just doesn't work. So at this point, technically, as long as your Isabel plays super well, you could win the final game. Like save your head for that one, like in all honesty. But I mean, at the same time, if you win this right now, like if Conway wins this, he's able to force it all the way to just 3-1, which is going to be much less of a burden than really trying to clutch out the last one. But on the flip side, Mivics has some thinking to do in terms of like, if he wins this game, he's got to really worry about that Isabel, how his Diddy will do versus either the Jigglypuff. Oh my gosh, that was so good of an edge guard. Yeah, no, let's just think about game 5.
Right, get ready to go to game 5. Yeah.
All right, let's just do the stage strike now and the character bans and all that. Or flip side of that, character selection and stage bans.
I mean, but to some degree, Mivics almost playing with like a level of surgical precision.
Yes.
Like, you know, he's not just throwing things out there. It all seems really calculated.
Yeah. And that's the scary thing is like, and that's another thing about characters or players who are this good as like Mivics, is even if they have to pull out like other characters, once you've played like 10 games with them, that's a lot of time for them to warm up. So somebody as good as Mivics finally gets the up tilt for the kill, and he, like there's things Conway's getting, but Mivics is just so good, and he's like fully warmed up now. Conway trying to get that air.
Yep, and I was just getting ready to say up air.
Yep, up air coming.
Well, folks, we are getting ready to go to distance here. Game number 5, reset bracket on everything. Let's check out the instant replay from game number 4.
This is the truest of true finals. Went all the way back to the game 10 or whatever it is now. Because now this is game 5 of set 2. Did it go to...
I don't think they did. No, they went 3-1. So this is game 9.
Jeez.
Yeah. So many games that you've lost count. That's how many games.
But I've been invested every single one, man. This is like definitely one of those like resets where it's, man, like I don't know who's gonna win, because like Conway said, dang, we're locked. Like we've been seeing somebody switch back and forth, and that's kind of wild. Like about Ultimate is that it's very much like a counter pick war. It's at the end of the day, if both players are playing their characters the best they can, and a character has a matchup that yours is not doing too well in, and you play another just as well, you're going to be seeing literally just flip-flopping in terms of, like, who's going to win. So, Mivics is looking like he's staying. And
yep.
Conway
Mivics says he's staying. Hits him with the good luck.
Wow. I wonder if Conway... I got to put stake in this dumb mutt.
And there we go. Isabel coming back.
God. I
All
think
right.
Conway must really dislike Isabel.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see because
Yeah,
this
we'll
is
see it.
a live by die by scenario.
Yeah.
No one is walking away from this one to pick anybody else. This is the end of everything.
Yes, there's nowhere else to run. This is the final showdown and all that. Mivics here, already getting kind of the hurt put on him by Isabel. 72% here. Has, I believe it's the tornado already. Although it's funny because it doesn't show like the
Yeah.
thing for every single item. It does for some things, but like for Hydrant, it also shows this like this icon. So I think that's supposed to mean like special item or something, or a special like move or something. Whereas for like Mega Man, it even shows like explosion or saw. Oh, nice, throwing him up there. I don't think that actually did any damage the Lloyd did to Isabel, but it would have been cool if it did. Nice F-tilt coming out from Conway here. Setting up at ledge, throws out the Lloyd here. Hanging out above platform, knowing that Mivics can't really mix him up here besides just going up and hitting him, and that's exactly what he ended up doing. But throwing out the tornado here doesn't get the F-smash though. Using the tornado, smart from Mivics to break the Lloyd, but not going to matter, as at 170, that F-tilt will kill mid-stage. And on the flip side, Mii Sword Fighter is not going to kill. Nice tech from Mivics here. Low percent tech. That's
Not
so
enough
important
to save him, though. Yep.
Yeah, Conway on the flip side, though. Finally losing that first stock here, but right back into it. Both these players trying to get their up-tilt combo starters, but Conway's going to be the one making out with some percent. And the Lloyd also going away, a huge thing, because now he's got to make sure he's replanting it, because that's like one of the biggest things in the matchup, it seems, because it's stopping projectiles, it's clinking with them, it's forcing Mivics to throw out things that are going to get him punished. And as I say that, though, this matchup is literally tied in every single scenario. Percent, game count.
A tenth, 0.2% away from one another.
Yeah, like literally. Too evenly matched now. And it's so impressive, because Conway's had to work to figure out like what the game plan would be. And now, like, we're seeing both players have had to work to figure out each other's game plans, and we've gotten to the end here for this final game. Nice use of that side B, that chakram. Really goes deep for it, but oh, actually gets around the ledge guard with that chakram down smash. And Conway here now, hanging out ledge, gets hit by that, and that's gonna kill. Yeah, you have to be careful.
We are back at 0%. And this is what it's all about. It comes down to one stock.
Yeah, one stock, one ride or die moment, and definitely this Isabel, it's carried. It's been helping Conway carry himself to this with both the Jigglypuff and then the flip side, Diddy Kong and Sword Fighter for Mivics. Both of them have their tried and trues, but which one is going to end up coming out, man? Like, literally, look at this. They're still, like, percent.
They're still percent-wise just bouncing back and forth with each other, yeah.
It's going to come down to whoever can get that, like, confirm that kill.
Wow.
Oh, the Lloyd exploding. This is such a dangerous moment. Like, they're still low in percent, but, like, Conway's at a point now where...
Conway with the guts right there. Oh, and there it is. The one that we all always know is right there.
So quick of an end, too. Like, it's just... The pace literally went from, like, a very slow crawl to just, it's over. And no one was ready. Like, that was just such a good burst idea from Mivics. Like, he hadn't been able to get the whole game. And right here at the end, able to get it. Just runs in, sees what's going on. What a weird scramble with that Lloyd. Runs forward, gets the grab, gets the up air, and that's it. Really good work from Mivics, man. Like, totally earned. Like, both these players, though, like they, like...
It's money well spent. It's money well spent.
If you're watching this, like, it's worth the watch, because, like, both these players literally were, like, hits and, like, confirms away from taking each other out. And Conway figuring something out with the Isabel, I think it will probably, like, whether that's to his dismay or ours, definitely the Isabel will probably make a comeback. I think that that's something that's going to start working out in Conway's favor. But at the same time, we did see it loose just now, and Conway really did say like, "Hey, it's not gonna work out too many more times," but like we gotta see him start pulling out some more characters, I think, because it seems like Jigglypuff isn't gonna be the thing for Sword Fighter, and on the flip side, he's gonna need something that's gonna like work some more. So I don't really know what the answer is, but it did seem like Isabelle was working really well. It just seemed like we needed something like. We needed like a kill confirm, or we needed like some setup that was gonna like knock out Mivics. And Mivics, he's just so toned and conditioned with all of his that he's gonna get some. He has too many ways that he can kill you that it's not gonna happen.
Well, that is the exciting conclusion to this week, man. Mivics taking another dub right here, 2 in a row right there, and that one super well deserved on his part right there, man. Shouts out to everyone who got a chance to come by and check us out this week. We are working on the finishing up the rest of this season through the end of this month, so you guys hang out with us. Be sure to check out the upcoming streams that we have. We're getting ready to go check out Brownie OX on her stream. If you guys get a chance to, please be sure to check them out there, and we'll see you guys next week.